the XRP Army. In today's video, I aim to save many of you a great deal of trouble because, to be honest, when there are significant moves to the upside followed by a significant move to the downside, they are lying to you about what will happen next. In order to ensure that they may profit from the sale of your bag, they are attempting to coerce you into selling. What precisely am I referring to? Yes, it has already begun. In only the last 60 minutes, crypto longs worth over $100 million were liquidated. Why is that? The price of XRP rose to well than $3.10 per coin. It fell all the way back to less than $3. Many individuals were thinking, okay, so the rate cuts do occur. We're off to the races now. It's only going to get better. Unfortunately, they were wrong. It was their intention for you to think this. They wanted you to believe this. And with this most recent liquidation, they were exploiting this. And this is just the beginning of what is happening here. There will be many more instances like this. Indeed, I think that in 3 months, our prices will be much higher than they are now. But that won't happen right away. Along the journey, there will be ups and downs. Additionally, many people will be destroyed. Therefore, I would want to discuss what is happening here and what might happen very soon. Currently, there are other economic agreements in existence, such as Donald Trump and China, essentially agreeing to keep tariffs on hold for the next 90 days. This is incredible. The USDS are exactly what the world economy needs in this regard. Put such tariffs on hold for an additional 90 days. Maintain a positive economic image. Keep the overall inflation figures low, Continue moving forward, and it appears like this deal will be amazing if it does end up happening. Trump is likely to get the United States of America an even better bargain. He will most likely impose tariffs on China that are higher than those China imposes on the US, and they will then proceed. They're going to keep going, making more money and sort of winning this trade war. This will assist the United States in maintaining its position so that it can return to manufacturing. The United States likewise requires this. The economy as a whole will begin to expand as a result. More money will be able to move around the United States of America because to it. It will improve employment figures. However, it will eventually take some time. That won't happen right away. Additionally, we can observe that rate reductions are already having an immediate effect in the markets. Since the Fed started cutting rates last week, the demand for U.S. mortgages has increased by 30%. In a single week, the number of refinance applications surged by 58% to levels not seen before 2020. It is unlikely that the real estate market will become more affordable. I apologize to those of you who are in the market for a home, but demand has returned. The funds have been returned. At this point, people will be clamoring for a mortgage. This implies that more money will be moving through all asset classes once more. I would want to remind everyone that real estate is always the first step. Gold, cryptocurrencies, and stocks all move at roughly the same time as real estate. So this is really amazing. This is precisely what we hope to witness. When the demand for mortgages in the United States is soaring, you'll notice that the stock market shortly after, the cryptocurrency market and the real estate market both reached all-time highs. Just take a look at this. Indeed, the demand for mortgages in the real estate market was skyrocketing in December of last year. This is also taking place way back here. As expected, the price of real estate was skyrocketing. In essence, real estate follows the 7-year cycles. This real estate curve is nearing the end of its 7-year cycle. And once the Fed begins hiking rates once more, which will take some time, it will essentially zero out. Although real estate is generally slow, we can see that it is soaring here and is likely to continue to do so because, guess what? Before the year ends, the Fed has stated that it will lower interest rates a few more times. That ought to be really thrilling. Crypto assets are 3 months behind schedule. We are aware that's how it operates. All you need to do is wait 3 months. All right? That is essentially the finish line. 3 months are coming up. December and January are our target months. Guys, that's it. All right. This is basically the final portion of this race. The state of foreign ownership of U.S. treasuries is now another crucial issue to which we must pay great attention. People are purchasing more US Treasuries and placing large bets on them, regardless of whether they are in the UK, Japan, or Europe. Now, when many of the world's top economies buy US Treasuries, it indicates that they have a lot of faith in the US economy's resilience. In other words, if this keeps up, the United States will undoubtedly remain the world's most powerful nation in terms of economics. China is the only nation not increasing its treasury purchases. Of course, China is vying with the United States for the top spot, but it doesn't appear like they will be able to do so very soon. The fact that foreign demand for treasuries is still strong indicates that almost every economy is placing a wager that the US will outperform other nations. At the same time, incredibly large sums of money are beginning to become available. Recently, the Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund was introduced. A DA, Solana, XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. It's right there, XRP baby. There are currently several XRP ETFs being introduced, and people are being tricked into liquidating their XRP holdings or creating long leveraged positions. Consider that. The most optimistic news is this one. People are currently selling, and this is what we have been waiting years for. It's completely crazy. Listen, I can't hold everyone accountable for that error. Many folks were misled by promises and false prophecies that we would take off as soon as rate reduction occurred. That will be it. You're aware that's not how it operates if you've been watching my channel. You should keep watching this channel. We appreciate your interest in today's material. Next time, I'll see you. Goodbye.